Hey Shakima, how you doing, sweetheart? All right. Hey Sonny, how are you? Pretty good. That's good to hear. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna come on because I had an episode here with this silly dog. She was acting crazy just now because she saw a toad. So I don't like when she's in here when I do mediumship stuff because she distracts me. And I tried to let her outside just now, but she didn't want to go. Ugh. And my sister and my brother-in-law and the kids are out right now to dinner, so I can't like dish her off to the. I can't just keep her outside because there's like toads and frogs and stuff, and I don't want her to grab hold of one because she could possibly get really bad, really sick. So she's right here laying down on the tile. So it's always something, man. I don't like to when I do mediumship stuff. I don't like to be distracted, but I know that's almost virtually impossible sometimes. Oh, whatever you want, really. I'm just allowing people to do whatever they feel is right. I'm not really putting a price on anything. It is what it is. I rather not put prices on. I don't like to put prices on like open mediumship like this because anything can happen, and sometimes nothing happens. So you know, I rather people donate afterwards, and then if they're happy. Hey, Caddy, what's up, sweetie? Okay, cool. Have fun. Yeah, so when it comes to mediumship, I always tell people nothing's guaranteed. Nothing. So it can be really good and it can be so. So I don't want people to outright pay and then they're like, well, I didn't really get anything. Because I never guarantee anything with mediumship, even though I connect plenty of times and things are good, but it's not necessarily that, I've explained this a million times. Hey Sophia, how are you, sweetie? It's something that hey Moon, how are you? It's something that is like, anybody who's gotten mediumship from me knows what happens. Sometimes you get a shitload of messages, and sometimes it's like, all right, well, what the hell's going on here? And sometimes I'll use the help of the cards to just like get something from them, and then it'll like trigger things. Thanks, Sonny. Yeah, that's the thing. and that reading was probably one of the oldest members, one of the oldest spirits I've ever tapped into, and that was crazy. There's been a lot of times where it's been like, but it's always something that I can't guarantee, because spirit are spirits, so they're gonna say what they want, do what they want. Sometimes they don't want, this is a public thing, so I really don't like to, get too personal or say too much things. But anybody who knows me and does the personal mediumship readings, that's a whole nother ball game. But with Sunny, my friend here, Sunny, she when she comes in and gets a message, they just pop up randomly. And she didn't even have to get a private reading. They just come up right away. Like poof, 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 bang. Some people it's like that. Some people they're very fortunate to get, the spirit talk to me to talk to them. And it's like bang, it's because the person's open to it, they don't really care about it like that. So they just, want to relate the message. And you guys have seen me on Instagram where I post spirit messages or a card, and then poof, like all these spirits come out. Sometimes the whole family shows up. So I don't like to really when it's public like this, I don't really like putting a set amount on it or a time, because I can get distracted, or somebody might knock on my door, or my dog might go stupid, or things like that. So I'm trying to be as fair as I can, because I know like how it works. It's definitely something you have to work on. I don't like to do it publicly too many times, but I don't know, for some reason I felt like doing it today, and I've already planned this for a while now. But I don't know, I just sometimes I get this feeling like I should do it. And sometimes I'm like, fucking, I ain't doing it. I almost got to that point just now, and then I'm like, nah, I'll do it. It's cool. I actually watched somebody do mediumship the other day, and it was like, what the heck is going on here? I don't know. I guess some people's mediumship is a lot different. We're all different anyway. But I've seen some horrendous shit in my time. Sometimes I think people do it just to get money and just to like, prove or try and get something, but it's very difficult. You shouldn't fuck around with spirit like that. Shakima, you were first. So I don't know if you have a specific person you want me to check, or you want me to just see who shows up. And one thing before I start, just know that what I see is what I see, and that's it. It's sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's a little bit, sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it's a hell of a show. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Whoever comes through, okay. Sure, Sapir, no problem. Okay, Caddy, have fun, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on. It depends on how it goes. You know what, Shakima? I'm actually getting like a older couple here, actually, to be honest. I'm actually getting like an older couple here, like a grandfather and a grandmother. And it's like an older couple and they're together, or it could be your dad and his mom. But the guy, he has glasses, and he has a yeah. They came in together, to be honest. I see a couple. So if these are the ones you have on your altar, I would say that, and they're kind of like uh it's weird because they're kind of joking around, and saying like, hey, just tell her that we're around, tell her that we're here. They want you to acknowledge them like you always do. I feel like they're like a happy-go-lucky couple, even in spirit. And they showed up together this time. I don't even know. I know I've done mediumship with you in the past, but I don't think I've ever seen like a couple come through for you like this. But this couple is very happy, very like they're like joking around with each other. And like the guy has glasses, and like he looks like he has like a shorter hair, or like close to um I wouldn't say bold, but like, as you know, they all show me what they want they look like. And the lady, she has like straight short hair, probably to like, like to here maybe, but it's straight. And I don't know if they're pointing their fingers at something. They're like going like this to me, and like hmm. Now, like, do you have a car that you I know not everybody has a car, right? But I see them in a car, but in the back seat. So they could travel with you, or they like to go in cars and travel together. Because I see them looking outside like a window of a car, and they're like sightseeing, they're looking at things. So this is them driving with you, or this is them like driving in cars together, or that's what they like to do, go around and seeing things. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely with you because they wouldn't show up otherwise. But they're showing me like some type of like them in a car, or them looking out a window looking at things. So if you're traveling soon, looks like they'll be with you on your travels. I don't know if they like to sing. I don't know if you knew them personally or anything like that, but like I don't know if they joked around and sang together, or sang like, or she sung or he sung. Like I get singing, I get happiness, or maybe when you sing, she likes that. I don't know if you sing, even if you sing in the shower, I have no idea. But I get them like singing. Yeah. Well, if this is the case, I think that if you do travel, no, it doesn't mean if you're good or not. But I think that the singing part of it is something to do with it. Um, but because you're saying you're neglecting booking work travel because of your anxiety, I think that because they're showing me, them traveling with you or going places with you, I think that's what they like. You have to call upon them to help you when you do travel. Like I think they'll help you in your traveling arrangements, or wherever you go for travel, they will be like, there. I don't know, I get them being very happy in spirit together. Um, a lot of laughing and joking, a lot of like the great grandmother is more active than the great grandfather. Like he's just like, bobbing his head, he's going along doing his thing, and then she's like singing and she's pointing around and she's showing me like a highway and her traveling on this highway and like pointing to like, monuments, things, landmarks, looking at stuff, showing me like her sightseeing and things like that. Maybe she traveled or maybe she went, maybe her bucket list was like that. Yeah, I don't get too much from him. They're together, but he's not really saying too much. It's her. She's the more like, yeah, outspoken, like, chippy, and she seems very happy in spirit, and like she tells me she's happy that you acknowledge them. She has this like really nice like smile, like she when she's laughing, like everything like seems so good about her. I almost want to say like she did like whatever job she had or whatever she did for a living, it made her like some people pass away and they're like, miserable or they didn't get to do things. I feel like she lived a good life regardless. Like I don't think she's like I don't see anything bad, like, you know? Yeah. And I think that she appreciates that very much. I don't think, I know she does, because she appreciates that. They worked in the fields and things in Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm getting them looking at stuff like, because there's a lot of energy around them, like around her specifically. Hey Moon baby, how you doing? Like Shakima, there's a lot of energy with her. Like she's very active. I feel like if she had kids and stuff, or she had siblings or whatever, she goes to visit all those people. Like she's actually, like showing me like pictures of places like she's been to, or places that she knows of. Um, I mean, I know Mississippi's a big state. I always hear people talk about it. Never been there. Um, I see like a lot of greenery and things like that, and um, I just feel like she had a good life, and she's actually shown. Like I know you said there's like a that was the first time he ever left. He was intrigued and looking out the window. Okay, well that makes sense then. Yeah, she's a happy person. I don't like, it's not every spirit that comes through that's a happy camper. They always like, some of them sulk and tell me how they died and things like that, which is fine. But she's like very happy and outgoing. Her energy is great. Like I don't feel nothing bad from them at all. The great grandfather, he's just sitting on the side, but she's showing me a lot of things. Like she's showing me like where she is, what she's doing. Yeah, see, like that's a good life though. If you make it to your 90s and you leave the earth in a good way, I'm sure like I think they did, because I don't get nothing negative. I don't even feel anything in my chest or anything like that. I don't believe that they even died in a bad way. Um, I get a lot of good energy from them. If they're next to your altar, if there's like a chair on the right hand side, like when you're facing the altar, like on the right hand side, if there's a chair, she sits there. Or if there's a chair nearby there, she sits there. And she appreciates that. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yep. I actually see her in a dress and slip on shoes, like a dark blue dress. It actually looks like the color of this cup. And she has like these, she's sitting down in a chair and some slip on, like I can see her like just sitting there in the chair and by the altar. And she's just like, happy. She's going like that and just looking around. She's actually happy to be there. And her husband is like right next to her, but just standing up. Like I feel like she had like a voice that everybody, when they heard her, they knew her. And she's telling me like she appreciates that you have the altar with and recognize them. I don't know if you like when you're at the altar, if you sense like her touching your shoulder, but like I feel like she touches your shoulder. But Shakima, these your great grandparents are there definitely with you. You know, yeah, I feel like her voice is recognizable because I can almost actually hear her voice, and I normally don't really hear voices too much, but I can actually like she has a distinct voice that as soon as you hear, you're like, oh, I know who that is. But she's well dressed. She looks happy, and she tells me that she appreciates you. Very outspoken, funny, nice lady. Definitely, you definitely have a good set of spirits right there. I don't remember ever seeing this woman before. I don't know if I have, but I usually get your dad. But today it's the couple. It's great grandparents, lovely people. Um, they pretty much have your back. Yeah, so that's a good thing, Shakima. That's a very good thing. Nicole, you sent me a donation for a question, but I'm actually doing mediumship tonight, but I'll answer your question. So if you go ahead and ask your question, I'll answer it. Yeah, I've definitely seen your dad, I think, a few times. No, that's fine, Nicole. I'll answer your question. It's okay. You're welcome, Shakima. No problem. It's always a pleasure. I'm glad somebody different came up. I like when that happens. Um, but this lady, she actually gave me the chills around my neck. That's how, she's a very lovely person. And she's definitely by your side. I saw her at the altar sitting in the chair. So, and her husband was right behind in the chair. So I would say keep praising them, keep getting to them, and they will help you during travel times. Yeah, actually, yeah. If that should be your confirmation. I think they'll definitely help you in your travels for sure. All right, Nicole, you said, what do you see happening with me and Dave? Before I let that go, Shakima, I don't know if you ever saw her eat like biscuits or like cookies or something with her tea. I don't know if she I know back in the day they called them biscuits. That's why I said it. But like I don't know if she did that. She's actually showing me like her eating a biscuit and being all happy and having her tea, or coffee, yeah, whatever it is in the cup. Yeah, I can see her like sitting on the chair doing that. That's and it almost looks like some butter cookies, like those real like light cookies. That's what it looks like to me. I can't tell, but anyway, yeah, that's what I see her doing. Whew. All right, Nicole. As far as you and Dave, what I see between you guys is I don't see any movement in the next 2 weeks. From now to the end of the month, I don't see anything really moving forward. I think that Dave is trying to control his emotions. I don't think he's going to be very effective towards you, or things aren't really going really good for him right now. And I also think that there's a woman in his life that's aggravating him. Could be his mom, could be his sister, could be an ex, could be somebody in his life, could also be a boss. But there is a woman that's causing him problems. I don't think it's you, but there is a woman causing him problems. And he's tired of people taking advantage of him. And that's why things aren't really going to progress between you and him, because he's still dealing with the outside influences in his life. In the meantime, just be cautious and be discreet. Don't really pressure him or anything like that, or try not to say anything to him to trigger him into saying anything else. All right, Nicole. But in the next 2 weeks, it doesn't really look too good. Doesn't look like you guys will progressing or getting any type of movement. I don't see it going, too far in the next 2 weeks. I see you possibly being by yourself and him not making any effort at all. You know. Yeah, Dave's still like I keep getting that it's if he's going through like a divorce or a separation, this is still affecting him from being with you. And he's trying to find peace, but he just can't. I think it's like more on his end than it is on yours. If that's if that makes sense to you. But for the next 2 weeks, I don't see it getting any better. All right. Well, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to let go somebody, but I'll give you advice. If you want a boyfriend and you want a partner, you have to find somebody that gives you 100%. If you give them 100%, if you're only giving 50% and they give you 50%, you're happy with that, then fine. But if you want somebody you can't get, or somebody that doesn't give you the right, time of day, then you're pretty much it's a losing battle. And no answer is pretty much an answer. So if you're communicating with him every day and things are going okay, then that's fine. If you're not, then you're wasting your time. That's my answer. So if you let him go, you might find somebody else. You know? Sapia, you're next, sweetheart. And thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. Shakima, thanks for your donation too. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you. And I hope that helped you. It was nice tapping into different spirit, and really nice ones at that. It's always nice talking to different people. You're welcome, Nicole. Good. I'm glad, and I think it's more to do with travel. I think it's to do with them, like them not wanting you to feel that way. Yeah. 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 There you go. Your brother, but I'm open to anyone who comes through. Okay. All right, Sapia, I'll check. Hmm. Okay, Shakima, no problem. Sophia, I think this is your brother, but he doesn't look very happy. I actually see him. I see the outline of him, uh, and I see like him at like almost like a mountaintop or like on some rocks next to the ocean, and he's got like a undershirt on, like a wife beater, and I don't know if he had a child or anything like that, or but he's actually sad about a child, and I don't know who the child is or what the child means to you. He's got two boys. All right, cool. I think it's the youngest is going through something because it's a young boy. So I don't know how young they are, but there's a young boy. I would say maybe um, young. You know, the youngest of the two, I would say, and he's worried about this his child, and that's like what he's telling me. It's actually bothering him, and he's trying to help his son. Hmm. Huh. I'm trying to see what he's trying to tell me about this boy. Like I don't know if he has like a disability or if it isn't a disability, it's like he has some type of issue that he's trying to help him with, or maybe he feels sick. One of the two. But he's kind of stressed out about his child. If they are very close in age, it could be one or the other. But I'm getting like a young child, like a young boy. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out who it is, but um, like he's got his hand on his head like this, and he's like, he said, "Look, man, I'm just trying to help my children, help my child." Um, but I see him like depressed right now in spirit. Like he doesn't maybe he doesn't like what one of them's doing or how they are acting or how they're dealing with their life or something like that. And I also express that many times. The spirit are watching you, so uh yeah, maybe it's them though, because something's going on where he's not happy with this child, so he's telling me about it, like he's not happy with something. um this is bothering him. Yeah, he's telling me that that's bothering him, so that makes sense to me now because I'm wondering what the heck he's talking about. Like, I don't know if if uh, like he's not asking me to ask you to help him or ask me to help. Like he's just telling me how he feels right now. He's disappointed with the boys, especially the younger one, he says. So there's a younger one of his children are young, and they're, you know, like that. But let me ask you something, because this I'm trying to figure this out. When these kids were young, did you like actually play with them or like know them when they were younger, like 6 years old, 7 years old, that age bracket? Did you actually, you know, um, play with them as their auntie? That's just a question I want to ask you, like, because I need to make sense of what I'm seeing. Right. Yeah. I think that makes sense to me now, because um when that child was younger, he shows me an image of you playing with this child. So that's my his way of saying you know who it is. That's why I kind of saw the child in a younger state. Um, Maybe that was like probably his better times, I guess. Um, but his children bother him a lot. But you've already this already confirmed. Yeah, yeah. So that's on your brother's mind. It's his children. His boys are definitely stressing him out in spirit still. And I say this many times that when I do mediumship, like the spirit would tell me, that they're not happy with you. They're not happy with their children. They're not happy with what's going on in their life. You know what I mean? So that just confirms like that he's still pissed off at his kids, his two sons. But I feel like he's pissed at one more than the other. Mhm. Which is usually the case. He's always the the favorite and the ugly duckling. So, but that's what he's telling me, Sapia, is that he's stressed out with his boys. Um, but he does remember the time when you had fun with that particular child when they were younger. But that's no longer the same person to him. I think that's what he's trying to tell me. Um, I know you do art and things like that, right? Did you ever draw a picture of him by any chance? Because I see him with like papers and him looking at things and like kind of um got like a smirk on his face looking at your artwork or looking at paperwork, like things with pictures on it. Or maybe he did do art as well. He didn't, yeah. Oh no, you didn't, yeah. Because he's looking at your artwork. So I'm thinking that maybe you could have drew him or something like that. But the image I get of him is him sitting on like the sunset. This is I'll tell you exactly how he appears to me from when he first came in. He's sitting on like the rocks next to the shoreline, next to the ocean. he's sitting on these rocks, and the rocks are like this. He's sitting like this, and there's more rocks in the background, and the water's right here. And he's got like the white beat on, and he's like this, and I can see his outline of him sitting on the rocks like this, and the sun sets in the background. You know what I mean? And this is where he is, and he's trying to like, that he's like going to this place. I don't know if he liked this place by the ocean, or he does now, or he did before, or he did like going to the ocean or whatever. But this is where I see him, and that's where he is. Like, but he's not in a good place because of his boys. Yeah, it's almost like a movie clip, where people are by the ocean and the sun sets, the sun is setting, and I can see the orange, and I can see his, like, I can't see his face or anything, but I can see him with the t-shirt, like the white wife beater, and him just like, trying to gather his thoughts by the ocean, because that's where he wants to be. And from the time I tapped into him, he said that he was upset with his children, which is very understandable. And I tell people that all the time. Like, if they're upset with someone, they're gonna tell you. So that's what's going on with him right now. Sophia, is he's upset with his kids, which I know isn't easy, because your children can do that to you. Even though I don't have any, but I know people that say that to me all the time. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, he's here, but like, I don't, like, as far as what's going on, that's what's going on in his life. But at just now, like, I saw him standing up in a room, and him looking through artwork or papers. Like, and I know you said, like, I've seen some of your artwork, and I know you do art, and I know you obviously must have like a couple pictures or a couple things, or maybe a folder with artwork. Maybe he's looking at that, and it's on like a brown table, and he's hovering over this table, and he's just flicking through, like, looking at paperwork, or he's looking at artwork. I can't really see what he's looking at, but he's got like a smirk on his face looking at it. It's almost like like, I wouldn't say, I'm gonna say like embarrassed to like be around you, or maybe he like um feel, I don't know if it's embarrassed, or maybe he feels like if he goes around you, like, he doesn't know how you really feel. Like, I don't know if you've actually, tried to tap into him, or close your eyes and, like, picture him, and like say, hey, it's okay for you to hang out here. Like, I don't have anything against you. But if you do have some type of animosity towards him, I think that like kind of bothers him a bit, you know? That's just the vibe that I'm getting from him right now, as I see him, and as I see his actions and his body language. It's almost like, I wouldn't say, like, it's either embarrassed or ashamed, or like he doesn't know how to feel, if that makes sense. Like, like, he looks like a guy who is like, I don't know how to fucking feel anymore. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I don't know what the hell am I gonna do next. Like, I feel like he's upset is probably the word I should use. I know you were close, but sometimes, like, they don't really, like, I'm sure he knows you love him, and I know you guys are close, but I don't know if you actually welcome him into your home and say, hey, bro, come here, call him by his name. Like, you're always welcome in my home when you're lost. I know you're mad at your boys, but don't be mad at me, or I'll help you, like, or you can hang out in my, you don't have to hang out on the rocks at the beach. You can hang with me. Like, I don't know if you ever say that, out loud, but I think that he would, like, would love to hang out with you. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like, I kind of figure, like, I kind of think that that's what he, like, maybe wants to hear. Or maybe he's like, I don't know if Sapia actually, has me in high regard right now because of, his past, or what he went through, or, what he's going through. Hey, Deep Blue, I'm not doing card messages today. I'm actually doing mediumship. Yeah, I mean, if you think that you didn't have to, um, and you do speak to him, um, then I just think that this whole thing with his boys is affecting him too much. Something really must be going on in those boys' life, because like that's affecting his whole, feelings right now. So he's not saying that to me, but that's the body language I get from him. You know. So if you don't think you have to do that, and you always try to speak to him, then that's okay. Keep doing that, because I think that maybe he's wanting that, or maybe he feels that, like, I don't want to bother my sister, or I don't want to, like, uh, hang out here all the time, or you know, things like that. Yeah, I mean, telling him those things is a normal thing. People always miss, that, well, people miss their past loved ones and things like that. But I think that he needs more support, uh, spiritually, because of what his boys are putting him through mentally in the spirit world. I just think that he feels broken right now, or lost, or he doesn't know what to do. Now there's like another woman around like him, and the woman has like short hair, and she's kind of like light skinned, um like, and she is someone who he like goes to visit, or this could be somebody that he has in spirit. So it's one of the two. But the woman has like short black hair, and it's like, and it's kind of thick hair, but it's like it's short, and it's like, this is the person that he goes to visit. It could be like maybe his mom, or someone he knows, or it depends. But I see a woman around like that he goes to, but she like has this stern look on her face. Hey, Star Luba, how you doing? Hey, Empress, how are you? So yeah, like there's this woman that he's showing me that he goes to visit, or goes to hang around. Um, I think, yeah, it's not Lux. No, it's not Lux. Yeah, I definitely older. Like I would say maybe 50. Um, but the person's like, light skin, brown skin, but like lighter shade. And this person is like thin. They're thin and they're like maybe 5'7", 5'8", something like that. But I can see the person, they're well dressed, but they're very thin. It's only mediumship tonight. But if you don't want a mediumship reading, then you can ask a question if you want. Maybe it's somebody that he knows that he goes to. Like, do you have an aunt that looks like that? Because this looks like a relative, you know. Like I wish I can. Honestly, I wish I can like draw the person or like take a screenshot of my brain and put it on the screen. I wish I can do that. Fuck man, I wish I can do that sometimes. I wish I can go click, screenshot, poof, this is the person what they look like. Well, I mean, maybe my age bracket is off, but like I always say as well, like sometimes the spirit doesn't really show their true age or their true self at when they died because they want to look good or have an image of what they used to look like. I mean, the person has like a little bit of lipstick on as well. I feel like the person is like not happy as well. Could be older than that. I don't. Sometimes I guess I give people too much credit on their age and their looks. I try not to offend people with age. Yeah. But if the person is thin, has short hair, um, and it could be an aunt, it could be this person, but like maybe wanting to perceive as an earlier age or was like that. But I don't see like this person being. I think this person is like in the background, but not really together with your brother. But I feel like they're also there, like trying to help him in the spirit world, but like helping him, but like uh, not like you and him tight, but like I don't know, because the vibe I get from it is not like really uh, a close vibe. It's just like, yeah, I'm here, but whatever. But the woman looks very stern. She's got like her eyes are like her focal point on her face. I can see her, but she doesn't really look happy herself. But she's around like your brother or your brother goes to talk to her or see her. Yeah. Like she die from cancer or something like that that made her like sick where she got really skinny? Yeah, that I don't get the super closeness. I just see the person in spirit. Yeah, and that's her then. because I think that she's skinny because she's sick. She got sick. So I don't think she normally look like that. But like I see like her face, like she doesn't want to talk to me or anything, but she's showing me what she looks like. So she looks like, it's really thin, and she's wearing like a outfit that looks too big for her. And she looks like, like, what the fuck are you looking at? Like she looks miserable, if that makes sense. Hey, Speak My Truth, how you doing? Like I'm getting she died of cancer because the way she looks. Yeah, that makes sense then. That's who it is. But she's like a person that's just there that is in spirit, that's trying to like, kind of help him and kind of around him because I guess they're family. So she's in the picture. You know what I mean? She's in the picture. I'm focusing on mediumship, but if you want to ask questions, then that's fine. I'll do both. I'm not trying to limit it, like, because I know not everybody likes mediumship stuff. So, but Sapia, honestly, your brother looks very upset. He doesn't seem himself. His kids are bothering him. Whatever they're doing is not what he wants them to do. You've already confirmed that. I do see the sick auntie around, but I don't see any significance of him. I do feel like he's at your house and he comes to visit you. If you have, my question is this: do you have your artwork out in the open on a table? Because I can see him looking at a table like this, and he's flicking pages like that, and he's like kind of got a grin on himself, like he's looking at something, and he flicks it like this. Like that's what I see. Like if you don't have that, then like he's looking at maybe a magazine or something at a desk. Like not a desk, at a table, not a desk, a table. The table's brown, and like I see like beige looking papers, and he's going through it and he's looking at it. Now it could be a photo album, could be something, because he kind of has like a smirk on his face, like it means something to him, like he's going through like a book or a folder, and he's kind of looking at pictures or artwork or something like that. So if it isn't your artwork, it's something that he's looking through. Maybe if you have like a photo album around, he's kind of looking at that. Now, if it isn't your house, it could be like at where he used to live, and he's looking at the photo album, or he's looking at things. I think that that's the only like sanity that he has, by looking at the past. Yeah, your mom's. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I wish I can see him in a better light, to be honest, but he doesn't look very happy today. He doesn't look happy at all. But the only time I saw him actually smile was when he's looking at this either one photo album, or he's looking at like a something with pictures, or a photo album. Yeah, your mom's house. Yeah. Michael, no, I don't have Cash App, because in Bermuda we're not like an American system. So the only way you can donate is through PayPal, because that's the only thing that works in Bermuda. Like Cash App, Vimeo, all those things are all American stuff. So I can't get it, unfortunately. I wish I had it, but I don't. Thanks, Speak My Truth. So Sapia, my advice from seeing this reading and seeing your brother the way he is, my advice to you is to support him in any way you can. And what I mean by that is talk to him tonight. and just say, hey, look, Mark told me you're not happy with your boys. Um, you're not, things are not really, good for you right now. But I'm here, I'm got you. You can stay here with me anytime you want. I think he just needs reassurance that somebody has his back. And I don't know if he was like that in real life, but that's like the vibe. Like I almost feel like he wants to cry his ass off, or he wants to like he's so fed up because he sees things that if he was alive, he would try to change. Like I feel bad for him because I see like how it's tearing him up, like seeing things that are actually happening in life. But it's nothing about you. It's just like his own, like he doesn't want to see that shit. And unfortunately, even in spirit, you got to go through that. Seeing your kids do stupid shit. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I didn't want to make it sad, but like he, it hurts to know that he feels like that. That it sucks. You know. I kind of saw that, but like I know you always say you're tight with him, but like he doesn't say anything bad about you. To be honest, I would tell you the truth if he did. He doesn't say anything about you. He's just telling me what's going on in his life. But I feel like if that by you saying he's probably not happy with me either, then this goes back to what I said earlier. Like remember I said like invite him into your home, tell him it's okay to be here, even though he's not happy with you. Like maybe make amends. I don't know if that's the word, or maybe like just say, hey, look, I know you're not happy with me, but like you always have a place to be. Like you can come here anytime you want. I don't mind. Like you see what I mean? Like if that makes sense, then that's what I would suggest you to do. And because you think he's probably not happy with you, that's bothering him probably, because that's why I said what I said earlier, is that, he feels like, yeah, you're talking to me, but like, are you really think that I'm going to come to you if I'm not happy with you? So that even makes more sense now. Because I get like he almost feels like, nobody fucking cares about me type of vibe. And that sucks, And the auntie that I saw doesn't look like she helps him. She just looks like, yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck. So, but she showed up too. She's around him, but I don't think anything's happening. But the only place he feels safe is this place where he goes and looks at a portfolio of pictures or something like that. Maybe his past was a lot better than what the future is right now. Yeah. All right, Sapia. I wish I had better news for you, but at least he goes to his mom's house and chills there and sees things. So maybe he'd rather be around his mom right now. A mother's love is the best love. Or some mothers. You're welcome, sweetheart. And just take my advice. Just open up to your brother and just tell him, look, man, I know you're not happy with me, but just know you can always chill here. Like like just open your arms and open your place to him. Like it doesn't hurt, because right now he's hurting too much. So you know, just let him know he has a place to come to. That's the best thing a spirit could probably hear. You're welcome, and thank you too. I appreciate it. That's why mediumship kind of makes me sad sometimes, because like I know that when people pass away, they're in spirit looking at us and they're saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or like if you're a dad or a mom, like don't ever think that they're just in that coffin in the ground. That's bullshit. they're watching you, and they're upset with you, and they're happy with you, and they still feel the same way. Don't ever think they don't, because this is proof that they do get pissed off. You know, don't think that you're going to heaven and there's fucking rainbows and unicorns and you're sitting off drinking pina coladas at the fucking beach. That shit don't exist. That's bullshit. You know, spirit really gets offended. The people that you love and care about, they're still there in spirit. They want the best for you. They try to help you, but you gotta allow them to help you. Because God is a powerful being, a powerful spirit, but He can't do everything. That's why He sends our past loved ones to us, and I can't express that enough to everybody. That the only people that are helping us is not Jesus and God always. We can ask them by us praying to them. We're pretty much allowing them to say, okay, they're praying to me. I get it. But I'm going to send you your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your ancestors, this, that, and the other. We're going to send you those people that are here in spirit because I can't do it all. So I'm going to send your family to help you. But if they're not happy with you, they're not going to help you. Just like in real life. If they know you're being, doing dumb shit, then why would they help you? You got me? So like, I want everybody to understand that that's exactly how it works in the real spirit world. Whether you believe that or not, I don't care. I see the proof. It's right there. Yeah, it's definitely true. And I try to express that many times to everyone that they see everything you do. They hear everything you say. Even the ones we don't like, they still hear it, and they're probably saying, well, yeah, fuck you too. And I'm like, yeah, well, wherever you are, I really could care a shit. And then the ones you love, it's the same thing as real life. Even if you had a great relationship with somebody who's passed away and in spirit right now, that doesn't mean that they still, approve of what you're doing now. And even though they don't approve, don't ask them for help if they don't approve. Don't think you'd be able to do dumb shit and still, get spirit help. It doesn't work that way. But, open up your arms, your heart, and your mind to spirit, and they'll come to you and they'll help you. But you got to be doing the right shit in order for them to help. If you're doing dumb shit, then it ain't going to work. And this is a prime example of a father upset with his boys because they're doing what he doesn't want them to do. He can't physically do nothing, but spiritually he probably tries to save them from being worse. And it's hurting him. So it hurts me to see that. Speak my truth. I got your donation. Thank you. You can go ahead and ask your question. All right, let's check. It's possible that in the next couple hours he can, but I still feel like he needs space because he's going through a lot of shit, Yeah. I feel like he wants to, but I don't think he's going to. For instance, right now, I don't know what time it is where you are, but If he does contact, I don't see contact from him. And if he does, it's gonna be short and sweet, or just hi, hello. I'm still, I still need space or whatever. Yeah, so it's 8:36. So if he contacts you, it might be like 6 hours from now, which will be the next day, right? Technically. I don't see, like, from now till midnight, I don't see him contacting you. But he could possibly contact you like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if he's ever done that, but like, cause I asked if he's going to tonight, and it says no. And then I asked 6 hours, and it kind of said maybe he's thinking about it, or maybe he doesn't want to like wake you up or something like that. But I think that that's the only time that he'll feel like, wanting to contact you or say, hey, I know I didn't contact you, but hey, I'm okay, or just want to let you know, I'm good or whatever. Like maybe shoot you a text. Like, to be honest, I think that the contact part is still up in the air. I don't see him going like contacting you, like unless it's hard to say. Like, I just get all negative cards, to be honest. Like he's going through a lot. I do see him like arguing with another woman, or arguing or dealing with another man, like about somebody. So because he's in that state of mind, I don't think he wants to contact you, I don't think he wants to, because he's in a negative state of mind, if that makes sense. Like if you were to contact him, he'll pick up, but he'll like, he doesn't really want you to like know that he's like, upset or anything like that. But if you go out of your way to contact him, he'll pick up, or he'll like, he'll communicate. But right now it looks like he's depressed and he's going through some difficult times. I still see that. Looks like wherever he is, he's trying to find peace and stuff. But I don't really see any contact tonight or tomorrow. But in the next 6 hours, there's like a chance where he might wake up and be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna text her, and say, hey, what's up? I'm all right. Just like, I don't want you to think I'm fucked up or something. Like he might do that in the next 6 hours. Like he might be like, damn, I think I'm letting speak my truth down. Like I'm like, maybe I should just shoot her a text and say, hey, hey babe, how you doing? Just to let you know I'm okay. That type of vibe, Like that's possible, but I still think that he's still like not in a good frame of mind still to be talking to you like that. Yeah. I still see the depression, and I still see like his anger and stuff. And he possibly could have did that. Yeah. Hey Virgo. Yeah, so I think that he doesn't want to like, talk to you because of that reason. Like he doesn't want to like put his problems on you or anything like that. What's going on, Virgo? You all right? Yeah, I just think that he's at his location wherever he is right now, I think he's trying to like make peace with himself. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see like I just see like he's trying to I keep getting the 4 of Wands, which means he's at home. He's trying to feel tranquility, he's trying to feel peace, he's trying to feel like, okay, I'm here, I'm safe, I just need to relax, gather myself, sort my shit out. That type of vibe I'm getting from him, through what the cards say. As far as contact, there could be contact in the next 6 hours, but I don't know if he's the type of person that would text you at 2 o'clock in the morning. My day was good. Um, Sunday is always a nice day for me. I get up and I pretty much chill, and then I go visit my parents for lunch, have lunch with them, talk about things. I always like talking to my parents because they know a lot more than I do, history wise. Not really. It's more than that, but I don't really put a price on it. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, I chilled with my parents today. We had lunch. I hung out there for a while, and then I helped me and my sister went shopping together because her husband and the kids went to play golf, and me and my sister went shopping. So really speak my truth. I don't really put a price on it, but if it all depends on because I really don't put a set price on mediumship because it all depends if the person wants to talk to you, or it depends if they come through. The two readings I've done so far is have been, the person showed up. So if you want me to connect with somebody and it goes well, then you can donate afterwards, whatever you wish to donate. But I'm trying not to. When I do this publicly, I try not to do too much, uh, specific prices unless it's a private reading. That's a whole nother ball game. Yeah. So Sundays is a nice day. I like to chill with my family. I went shopping with my sister and we had a good laugh. We had a good time. So I bought some stuff. She did too. All right. So you say you like to connect with a specific loved one. Her name is Lurch. All right. Let me see if I can connect to the person. Hmm. Is it like a Hispanic name? Because in Portuguese, see, I'm Portuguese, so in Portuguese we say Lurch. Like, Lurch is like blonde, you know. But I know it's an actual name. There's a Portuguese name too. Like they actually say that the same way. Yeah, Hispanic. To be honest, the woman I see is like my complexion, but a little bit like maybe a little bit darker. And she's got like straight hair to her shoulders. That's the person I see. I don't know if that's the person what they look like. Hey Sabrina, how you doing? I almost feel like this person took care of people, or she had a uniform or something like that. Yeah, I don't know why, but I see a woman with a blue shirt, like it's almost like she had a uniform or something, or she had a specific dress code that she liked. I'm trying to see a little bit more, like she's trying to concentrate on what she's doing. Hmm. Well, see, what I'm getting is either she worked at a place that she used a uniform, or she there was somebody that she dealt with, and before she passed. See, I'm trying to think what the heck she's trying to show me here, and it doesn't make like I honestly I see a person wearing like a light blue shirt, like my hat right here, and it's like they're at the hospital, or they take care of somebody, or they're a caretaker, or I don't know if this is her, because now I can't really see the face as much. So there's a woman like with a like a yeah, it's a woman in a blue shirt, like you know how they wear at the hospital. You know, like a lot of nurses, they wear like that blue shirt with the V-neck, and there's like a woman like, and she's like walking around like a hospital area. Like, did this woman die at the hospital? Like, Lurch, did she die at the hospital? Or did she like, work at a place where she had a uniform? Because I keep seeing a woman that has a uniform. Okay. So you're saying your mom is alive and a caretaker. So is this woman Lurch? Okay. So she's your aunt, this lady Lurch. But is this lady that you're asking me about, is she the sister of your mother? I'm trying to put this puzzle together, because I'm like, she's kind of looking okay. Now it makes a little bit more sense, because she like I'm kind of looking out of her eyes, like she's looking at a person that takes care of somebody, or takes care of people. Right. So if your mom's a nurse, she's with your mom. Like that's what I keep seeing, is a nurse. So if she wasn't a nurse, then she's with a nurse. That's what I see. Like I'm looking through her eyes, but it's not the same person that I'm seeing. I see like a nurse around her. So the lady I first saw doesn't look like the exact same lady that I'm seeing now. You know? Yeah. So my question is this: did your mom at any point take care of her sister? I'm trying to like piece this together because so it makes sense to me. I know it makes sense to you right now. What you're saying makes sense to me, but I'm trying to see why she's looking through her eyes at this lady and what's the significance of that. Like, yeah, see that. Yeah, if she didn't help her, then see that's kind of weird. Yeah, mom. I don't speak to my mom anymore. Oh, now this makes sense. Ding 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 ding. I knew something. I was just about to ask you if they speak. I would have never thought that you don't speak to your mom. But did they like what was their relationship? Your mom and Lurch, what was their relationship? I just need to know that so I can figure out like because this is not yeah, see that's now I understand perfectly now. All right. So now I know who the person is that she's showing me because Lurch is telling me, see, that's why I asked you, did your mom help her? Like, because so if she supported her, then she's showing me, yeah, not take care of her, but supported her. So in order for her to show me who who the person is, she showed me the person in the uniform, which is the nurse, which is your mom. See? Now I understand what she's trying to show me because it's two different people. But even though your mom's alive, she's showing me a person that she, you know, knows and who supported her and who she maybe hangs around. Yeah. All right. So now that I got that out of the way, I wanted to know who this was because I'm like, this is not the same person now. They're showing me somebody different. So it kind of confused me. But now it makes more sense. So Lurch is showing me your mom, and because you don't speak to her, maybe that bothers her. That's what it probably is. Hey Nina, how you doing, sweetie? If she told you that that bothers her, then that's like what I'm trying to get. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it makes sense to me because the woman that she shows me with the uniform is like a person that is of significance. So she's showing me this lady, but the lady is just someone she's showing me, and that's obviously like it's an issue. So now that I know that, that makes more sense to me why I'm seeing that woman. Well, not the only other thing I see here with Luge is like um like she's telling me that see it's she is actually like, you know how people that speak two languages, they say, you know, some Spanish words and some English words all mixed up in their sentences sometimes. I felt like she talked to you like that, you know, because she's kind of like, I know a little bit of Spanish because I'm Portuguese, so it's kind of familiar. But like I can almost hear her saying things mixed up. Like she, you know, like it's a regular thing for people who know two languages. You kind of say like, you know, the word in a different, you know, way. So you're like, you know, when you're talking to somebody that actually knows the language, you speak English, but you speak the Portuguese, you speak like the other language as well, mixed in the sentences. And I think that that's how she spoke to you as well. I also like see her. I don't know if you guys like did each other's hair, or like maybe she brushed your hair when you were young, or like she always looked at your hair and complimented you with that, or she had something to do with like hairstyling, or liked to um, you know, make her hair look nice or yours, something like that. I almost feel like yeah, I see long hair, and I see like, you know, the brush and the combing of the hair. I see like, you know, that was like a main, that was like a thing for her. Yeah, very fashionable. Did she did she leave behind like a husband or a son, or like someone that was very like close to her when she died? Like did her husband stay behind, or like a male figure to her, like a guy with black hair and like a mustache? Okay, because I see a guy. The guy has like he's got a round face, black hair, and a black mustache. Like, and he kind of looks kind of you know, stern looking. Could be the father of the children. Um, uh, mm, mm, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that bothers her. You know, that that happened. Like she's trying to tell me that a man, you know, left her behind, or she left a man behind, something like that. It was something about a man. I don't know if her husband looked like that. Maybe like if he had black hair, like black beard or mustache. But like I see this guy, he's got like a roundish face, and he was um like a strong looking guy. Mm. Yeah, because I see her with this man in spirit, and they're happy together. Mm. I asked her if she has anything to tell you, and she says, "Focus on your career." Like she says, really, like she wants you to really seriously focus on your career. It's like almost like she's like demanding you to do that. Like the vibe I'm getting from her message about that is you are focused on your career, but you could be more focused if that makes sense to you. Like she wants you to advance in your career, but you don't want to, or maybe you're like trying to get there, but you're not really wanting to. Like she feels like you can do more, but you don't. Like and she's actually sounding like she talks Spanish, like she's like when she gets mad, she'll be like, "Come on, mommy," you know. Like I don't want to sound funny or crazy, like, but like, "Come on," like, "Come on, mommy," you gotta do like, she's like, like I almost feel like she wants to like make off in Spanish, or she is making off in Spanish, but I don't really know what she's trying to say. But like almost like, like in English translation, like get off your ass and fucking make shit happen. Like, come on, you can do better. You got, the opportunity, so why don't you do it? Like life's too short, go for it. Just stop. I know you say you worry a lot, so maybe this is affecting your worrisome outlook on your career can also affect you from going further. Like she wants you, she's like almost telling me, like, come on, just tell her, just fucking do it already. Like that's the vibe I'm getting for her. But not in a like a mad way, but like a motivational way. Like and if she was like the type of person that would be like, come on, like, you can do it, like do it, mommy, like fuck, make it happen. Like she wasn't, I don't see her being negative about it, but she wants you to like your focus more on your career and stop worrying about everything else. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see her like a mad, crazy bitch. Like, I don't see that. Yeah, I see the gentleman like, come on, like a motivational type of person, which we need more of in this world. But that's what I get from her. Like her message to you is like, she wants me to tell you that to focus more on your career and go further up the ladder in your career. And she says you can do, you just don't do. Like I wouldn't say lazy, but non-motivational, if that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. That's what she's telling me. Like she's proud of you. And she obviously, cares about you. But she feels like you can do a lot better, but you choose not to, which is most people, you know. But she knows obviously something I know, which is none of my business. But she's pretty much saying that you want me to tell you something, that's what I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. That's why she said to focus on your career because she knows the family is not a priority to you. You know, that's why she said that. If you focus on your career and not focus on those things, then that's the message basically. Almost like she's like not to prove anything. She feels like you don't have nothing to prove because the people in your family probably don't have, the oomph and the emphasis on career like you do. Maybe that's why she said that. Like she don't want you to be like them and have, maybe average jobs or average career. She wants you to be above the rest. See, and that's where the hair thing comes in, because she showed me someone brushing your hair, like almost getting you prepared for a model shoot, things like that. It wasn't her combing your brushing your hair. It's like I can see somebody in the background brushing your hair, like getting you prepared. That's why I was wondering why, if she brushed your hair. If she brushed your hair, then it makes sense too. But if she never brushed your hair or done you up or doled you up when you were younger, then that doesn't make sense. But if now it makes sense because you're telling me that, you're doing the modeling thing. So people will be brushing your hair, preparing you, especially if it's a guy that prepares you for modeling. Well, that's good. I'm glad it makes sense. Nice lady. She's happy with her husband. I see her with this man. So, you know, looks like they're happy together. Looks like, they're good together. I see him with his arm around her. So that's it's always nice to see, I don't it hurts me when I don't see the couples together in spirit, but it's almost actually making me almost want to cry because like I see like she's so happy, you know. Nice lady though. Uh, I, it's a normal thing. I feel their emotions and I feel, I feel how they are. Like, she's a very happy person right now in spirit. So that's nice to know. I don't like when people are upset or, in spirit because it hurts to see people still suffering after death, but she's not there. She seems very happy. So that's good to know. But I do think that she visits your mom at her workplace. Yeah. I got that from the very beginning. That she was at a hospital or at a place where a person is a nurse or something like that. So that makes sense. That's usually what they do. They go to the people who, they're with. I just gotta make sense of it. That's all. They show me things. I just gotta make sense of it. That's all it is. Yeah, yeah, of course. They make their rounds. To be honest, I think that when you doll yourself up, she likes to see that because that's something that she like to do. That's the image that I get. So for instance, when you get up and you start dolling yourself up and you're looking in the mirror and you're brushing your hair, you're doing things, I think she's around at that time because she likes to see things like that. Yeah. That's something that she likes what you do. So when you're doing it, it brings her, to her, her true self, where that's where she did it. So she likes to see you do it. So, when you get doled up sometimes, she's probably around, especially when you brush your hair and things like that. That was a significant part that I saw. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thankful, how you doing? Yeah, I think that's when she hangs around you because she liked the same thing. So that's cool. Okay, sweetheart, you donate whatever you want. It's cool. See, that's why I don't really like, ask for a specific thing, because sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just run their mouth about what they do, where they are. It all depends. That's why I try not to, charge too much, or charge anything at all. I just, whatever you feel like it's worth, you just do that. That's fine with me. I don't really care. I won't get offended, because it's sometimes it's very hard, because people will be like, you know, people will be like, oh, well, I didn't really get anything out of it because the person was just not talking to me, or doesn't care about me, or things like that. Because some people will come in here, oh, hey, Tish, you all right, sweetheart? I was wondering who this was. I'm like, who's talking about I'm amazing? Hey, Tish, I'm glad to see you. Hope all's good. Thanks. Speak my truth. I got the donation. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Yeah. Like I say to people all the time, sometimes people will ask for a reading. Yeah, that's fine. If you feel like, you do it, I feel like he'll text you back, you know, but I don't think he'll go out of his way. That was the message. But that's fine. I know sometimes, it's good to do that. Yeah, that's fine. Um, like I said earlier, I'm glad you're good, sweetheart. Good to see you. Yeah, I feel like he'll text you back. But him going out of his way, I don't see him actually doing that, because he wants space and stuff. So, which is understandable. Everybody goes through different shit. Not too many people are understanding. Some people don't really care about other people's feelings and shit. But getting back to the mediumship stuff, like it all depends. Sometimes the person comes through, sometimes they don't, and a lot of times I gotta make sense out of it, because I don't really, sometimes I don't hear him, sometimes I don't see him, sometimes I don't know what the hell they're trying to tell me, and then later on I'll figure it all out at the end. So mediumship is like that for me. Sometimes it's like boom, 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 and sometimes it's like it gradually gets better as I figure out what's going on. But the key to doing it is to say everything you see, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Because that was tricky for me, because the person I saw in the beginning was the right person, but the second person, I was like, who the heck is this? Like, this can't be the person, because they don't look like a nurse. So I had to figure out who the nurse was and what's the relationship with that person and the nurse. It could also have been a nurse at the hospital that she met and helped her. But now it makes more sense. It's her sister. See, and because they're close, then it makes more sense. So I have to figure it out. But if I don't say anything, a person could have looked at that and said, oh, well, yeah, she died at the hospital and she must have liked the nurse there. And it would have made probably no sense. So, that's why I have to figure it out. I got to figure it out in that way. But I like figuring out. the whole situation, because it makes more sense to me. It makes me understand what I see. So some people, you have to like figure out what's going on. The good thing is I see the actual person, and describing them makes me feel better because it makes me feel like I actually have the right person. So that's the best thing about the mediumship I deal with. I like to see the person. I like to see what they look like. And some of them, they'll look younger, maybe older. Sometimes it all depends on their mood, depends on like how they want to appear. And you have to look at it as if you're in spirit. Do you want to look like the person that was dying, or do you want to look like the person you look right like 20 years ago? So, and sometimes they'll look like a picture that you have in your house, or a picture that you last saw of them. So it all depends, like and that was like what happened tonight. You see different moods, different people, um, you know, things like that. It all means something, but we just got to figure out what's going on, like what's the story. And I don't like to get too much information. I like to figure it out. I only ask questions to clarify what I see, so I make sure I'm seeing the right thing. So make sure we have the right person. That's all I like. Is yes, that's the person. Yes, that's what they look like. No, they didn't do this, or no, they didn't do that. So that's the good part. So I'm glad it worked out. I was drawn to doing it today. I even said a couple of days ago I was going to do it on Sunday. So here I am. So I don't know if anybody else wants anything, but I am about to go. It's I've been on here for like 2 hours, so I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm coming on later, maybe another hour from now. I might take a break right now and then come back on Instagram, and I might just do regular messages over there. Alrighty, 10-4. All right, I'm gonna go take a break, and I might come back on Instagram, not on here. I might come on Instagram a little later. Thanks, Sabrina. It's good to see you. All right, I'll probably go on Instagram in another hour, though. All right, or maybe like a couple minutes. I forgot that my show was on. I watch a show called Wicked Tuna, where guys from Boston and North Carolina, they catch big ass tunas, and I forgot that it was on now. So I want to go watch it because I've already missed 19 minutes of it, and it finishes at 11. So after that, I might come on Instagram for a while and talk some shit. Because tomorrow it's a holiday here because the Queen's funeral. All right. See ya.